All right, we're back with some good stuff coming right up. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. All right, and as you know, today is time for us to get our Grim Workshop and our Wild Edible and Survival Skill of the Month on. But first, I want to show you something that I just recently acquired. I got a complete book of home preserving. So this right here, if you've watched my channel at all, you understand that I do like knowledge. This is another hardback book. This is going to last for, this will last a long time. And this way, we don't need to Google stuff. We can actually just look in here, we can look at the table of contents, and we can find out how to do this stuff. I'm going to start making these recipes, and when we start doing this, I'm going to bring it to you live on this channel. Well, maybe not live, but we're going to bring it to the channel. I still have to get a couple components for my canner to actually make it work right. It's missing like the bottom rack, and I need some tools. We're going to get that, and then we're going to start doing some canning, and we're going to make these recipes in this book. There's like 400 of them in here. We're probably not going to make them all. But then there's just some stuff with some wild, local wild plants that I want to start making. We have a lot of prickly pear around here, and I remember when I was young, I used to have prickly pear cactus jelly, and I loved it. And so we're going to start making some of that. And we're going to go out, we're going to harvest our own dunas, and we're going to make our own jelly. But anyway, enough of that. All right, so now we're going to get into this, and we're going to start with the Wild Edible of the Month. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, and of course, this is for September, because we are, of course, in order for me to get the videos out on time, I do these a month behind. That way, we get all the content at the same time. But let's see what September brought us. We have the Self-Heal, Prunella vulgaris, and the common names are Heal-All, Woundwort, Heart of the Earth, Carpenter's Herb, Blue Curls. And as always, Creek brings us very vibrant, colorful pictures. We got the distribution map, and I'm pretty sure that that's like everywhere. So it looks like this is a 4-sheet one. And then of course we do have Creek's commentary on page 2. Gives us a little bit of insight into the plant. And then we have the unique identifying features, which is always very important. And then on the last page, we do have harvest and preparation, which has tea cooked as pot herb or added to wild salads. And you've got some mini recipes down here. So the tea, the salad, and the pesto. So that's very informative, because if you do get into a bad situation, as I always say, you need to know what plants you can eat and what to avoid. All right, moving on. We're going to go to our Survival Skill of the Month for September. We've only gotten I think the Wild Edible this month so far for October. So that's why I do them a month behind. That way I can keep bringing the content and get this information out there. And again, if you're interested in this, all you need to do is go to Survival Skill of the Month or Wild Edible of the Month. I have no say. I mean, I don't have anything. If you subscribe, it doesn't matter to me. Again, I like what Creek does with these. A lot of good information put out. Oh, this is a good one. So this one right here. We're going to cover that. So basically, this one here is how to process a chicken for eating. And this is step-by-step skills guide. Now, this is something that I'm not going to actually show a lot of the pictures of, because it's, showing you how to prepare the chicken so you can cook it. But it does have a very nice pictures. Talks about the steps you need to take, what to remove, how to remove it. I don't want to bother anybody, but this is a good skill to have. You know what? Screw it. Basically, it tells you the steps to follow. It does have very good pictures, a good step by step on how to kill, how to clean, and finally how to prepare a chicken for eating. And this is a very good skill to have. And it's not just going to be for chickens. Pretty much any birds you find, you'll be able to follow the same process. It'll be the same with other small animals like squirrels or rabbits. Because you have to skin them, you have to prep them before you can eat them. So this is it even says here, while this tutorial may be a graphic one, knowing how to process a chicken for food is a vital skill for anyone interested in homesteading, self-sufficiency, or survival. So I think those are Creek's words, not mine. But I think he pretty much sums it up. So, if you're interested in this type of stuff, I would definitely. That is, of course, last month's. But if you're interested in that sort of stuff, I highly recommend these. I highly recommend these two clubs. And for $6.99 per month, I mean, you can't really beat it. And a lot of great information, a lot of good pictures, and I think Creek does a good job. All right, now it's time for this, the Grim Workshop. All right, so let's see what we got. And this is October. We do have our Halloween sticker there. All right, let's see what goodies Grim Workshop brought us today. Now, if you like what's in here, of course, the whole month of October, if you buy it, you can get it. So you'll get this exact same one. Up until the end of October, you can get this. This is probably, I think that, oh, there we are. Wait. We got our packing. Okay, so I think that one of the biggest things about the Grim Workshop, I think that this is, I think for what you get, I think that the cost, I think that the cost is really good on this one because you get a lot of good stuff, and it's a flat $20, and I think that you really do get a lot of good information, and as well as a lot of useful tools. And unlike so many of those survival cars, these are actually reusable. We've bought some in the past, but once you use them, once you pop them out, they're out. I mean, that doesn't mean you can't reuse them, but it's like if it's fish hooks, you got to put them in a container. With these, you just stick them right back on. But anyway, we're going to start with our tip cards. We got 2 tip cards, as always. And these tip cards, the MSRP is $1.85 each. You're probably going to hear me say it every time. I do not like these new tip cards because they waste a side. I like the old ones where it was double-sided. I think you get more information in the same amount of space. So I don't like these new cards, but it is what it is. I'm not the CEO. But anyway, so we got tip card number 24102, and it is how to solar fire starting. So it tells you what you'll need. Locate your tinder, gather a piece of punk wood, blah blah blah. It pretty much tells you how to use a magnifying glass or a Fresnel lens to start a fire. Good information, good to have. Sometimes it's not as easy as you might think. So, and then we also have tip card 24103, and that is on dehydration. So 5% loss, 10% loss, 15% loss, and then thirst. So this is good to know these signs, because if you start experiencing this, and to be honest, you're probably not going to notice this stuff in yourself. So that's why you have to be mindful of others with you. But it's good to know this stuff. And the first few, you might be able to realize, oh, I'm getting this. I have headaches. I got dizziness. When I was in Iraq, I noticed a couple times that I was starting to get dehydrated because I knew what to look for. So these are pretty good tip cards. They MSRP for $1.85 each, so almost $2. All right, moving on. We're going to go to our next one, and this is a really cool one. And we have another roundabout tool, and this is the Hook and Lure Roundabout. It MSRPs for $14.95. Grimm's Roundabout Pocket Fishing Toolkit includes fishing hooks, lures, and lures with integrated hooks. So we'll get this out, and we're actually going to get it put away. So get it out of there. Alright, so now as you can see, you've got 4 hooks, 2 here and 2 down here. You have 2 lures, right? And you can hook the line to one side and the hook to the other, and then you have a lure that already has a hook on it. So that's what they're saying. Same size as $50 and yet contains a complete fishing kit. So we got that, and we're going to, I don't know if I showed you this one yet or not. I think I did, but this is just a pellet tin, and we have our previous roundabout tools inside the tin. Pretty much they're all fishing, which makes sense because these actually are designed to go with the ExoTac hand reel, which I've looked that up. It's like $100. I'm not there yet. I do want to get one, but again, they fit right inside this pellet tin. So if I can find a way to make my own ExoTac reel, a DIY one, I don't know, then here we have our roundabout tools in this little case right here. Easy to slip into a pocket, into your pack, and boom, you've got a whole bunch of fishing lures and hooks. All right, and again, MSRP $14.95. So right there, you're looking at $14.95. So right there, that's 5 cents or 15 cents shy of $20. So you've almost completely paid for it, and we still have the big one coming. And our last, and this one is the Juanilla Thibault. I believe that's how I might be saying it wrong, but Juanilla Thibault signature card. Grimm's Juanilla Thibault signature card was created by expert outdoors woman and craftsperson Juanilla Thibault of Buckskin Revolution and Alone Season 6. Skilled in animal processing, high tanning and leather work, woodworking, hide scrapers, fleshing tools. Okay, so this card combines unique specialty needle tools such as hide scrapers and fleshing tools. So if you kind of, I guess I'll just tear it. It's not coming out. And here, and of course, just like the roundabout one, you got like your write up on it. So I keep those outside so that I can refer to them. But that's the tool right there. And as you can see, you've got a knife, you've got an awl-looking thing, you've got different needles. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 needles. You've got a saw down here. Yep. You've got hide scrapers and fleshing tools, special needles like the ones used in buckskin sewing, and a leather awl with more traditional tools. So you do get that knife there. That's a small knife, but hey, you got one. It looks like you have 1, 2, 3 fish hooks on the side here. And then the thing is, you're almost always gonna get fish hooks with most of these cards. But there's nothing wrong with that because growing up fishing, I went through so many hooks, so that's not a big deal. Get your hide scraper down here. This thing down there looks like a saw. That's gonna be a hide scraper, I'm sure. Yeah. Loving connection is a survival skill. So gratitude, buckskin revolution. But yeah, there you are. You have an arrowhead, needles, a knife, fish hooks, scraping tools, and all right there in the middle of the knife. Yeah. And this MSRP is for $21.95. Now the standard cards, they will MSRP for $19.95. But the specialty cards, on the other hand, they will actually MSRP for $21.95. Again, you're putting someone's name on it, so it's always worth more. And as you can see here, we do have our spearmint tin. This is where we put our signature cards. Stores right away. Then we have our cinnamon. These are our standard cards. And then I have another cinnamon one here. These are our mini tools. Just so I keep them all together. Now, this is October. We got November, then we got December. Now, and just me, honestly, I think December, if you only want to try one of these, I would, December is a good one to try because I've looked at videos from past Decembers, and I got last December's, and I think, to me, December's is like the best one you can get. It's got you're gonna get 3 tools in it. You're gonna get past, present, and future. So you're gonna get, like, a card that's discontinued, a survival card that's discontinued. You're gonna get a 100, 101. You're gonna get I thought there was 2 more. You're gonna get a past tool. You're gonna get one that they're presently selling, and you're gonna get one that's coming out. You're gonna get a future tool, and I think that those are really cool. Oh, there were those. So anyway, and then here we go. So here's our, again, I don't like these new backings. So the last 2 months have been like this. Not a fan of it. And then they have even like their new, they still have these, which are nice. But yeah, but as you can see, we do have a good size amount of these tip cards, which I think are important, because if you don't know how to use stuff, then it doesn't matter what you have. You can have the best equipment out there, but if you don't have the knowledge for it, you don't have anything. And then, of course, I do have all of the insert cards for the tools in here, so that I can refer back to them, so I can kind of see what they are on them and everything. So sometimes you may forget what's on each particular card, but at any rate, that is it for Grimm for October. I'm actually pretty happy, because I like getting these roundabout tools. I really like these round ones. They fit in here like so nice, and being someone who, I grew up an avid fisherman, there's a lot of cool stuff in here, and I really want to put these to use as soon as I find somewhere to fish. That's the hard part right now. I think I found a place, working on a few things, so that my ability to actually leave and go do stuff is a little bit better. Try not to have to work quite as much, and then we'll be able to actually get some more fun stuff going on. I hope you're around for that. But yeah, that's it. That's your survival skill, your wild edible, and your Grimm workshop. Hey, if this is your first time watching a video, hey, please consider subscribing to the channel. I do this every month. We do Grimm, we do the wild edible, the survival skill. This is an Apoca month, so we get an Apoca box this month. We just did our gear pack. We do SHTF box, and at least for the remainder of the year, we're gonna try a couple of these tactical boxes. They're not the best, but we're gonna give them a try and see what they're wasting our money with. And then, of course, we do the mystery tackle box, as well as monster bass. For those of you that have been watching for a while, we were doing Warrior Tackle Supply, but I guess they're going out of business, so they're not there anymore. And then the last 3 months, we did do Lucky Tackle Box, and 3 was enough for me. Lucky Tackle Box was so terrible. I wanted to like them, but they're just too bad. I get it. You don't have to buy like super expensive lures and stuff, but and hey, maybe those Temu lures will work, but every time I went to look up the lure, it was taking me straight to Temu. So, and no, I'd rather stick with what I know. I like Mystery Tackle Box, and Mystery Tackle Box is probably my favorite. So, but anyway, hey, yeah, and so yeah, if you like this sort of thing, I'm here every month. We're going to be opening up. We're going to be looking at stuff. Again, I am working on bettering my financial situation, so that I'll be able to actually take more time off and do things out there. I mean, I live in the desert, but there's still a lot to do and a lot of things to explore and learn, and we're gonna get there. But anyway, that's it for the month. Hey, if you are subscribed, please consider hitting that thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm, pushes it out. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think. And hey, again, Grimm Workshop. I really like it, and they're fun to get, and they're fun to I'll pop out. I've used some of the knives and stuff. I'm gonna do more with that. It's just my time is so crazy, and then of course I crushed my thumb in the door in the truck door, so I'm still recovering from that. Still oozing blood a little bit, but it is getting better. But yeah, that's it. Hey, until next time, keep prepping.